This is the last spell. It's a new roguelike that's currently in early access. It is aggressive. You could already hear in the soundtrack that it wants to kill you, and it really, really wants to kill you even more once you get started. I've only played one round of it so far, and got completely demolished, and I believe this is the type of roguelike where, there are some roguelikes where when you've played them for a while and you finally beat them, you imagine, oh, if I had been good enough, I could have beaten it on my first run. If you have the right skills, you could get to the end with just the basic equipment. And then there's going to be, people out there, speedrunners, folks like that, experts in the game, who will do that. I get the sense that the last spell is not that type of roguelike. I think it's the type of roguelike where the intent is to build up your capabilities over time, over the course of multiple runs, and that it's literally impossible to win at the beginning. At least that's the impression I get, because this is a turn-based tactical game where, you can kind of do the math and realize you just don't have the time or the damage output to destroy the enemy before they destroy you at some point in the game. So that's the kind of game I believe that we're signing on for. This says, originally, when I first played it, this said Lakeburg number 0. Now it's Lakeburg number 1, because I think I got that first Lakeburg killed. So, let's get started. The basic idea of the story behind this game is that you've got this circle of mages that are trying to cast the last spell. Basically, there's been some kind of almost the equivalent of a fantasy nuclear war. People discovered magic ability to let them destroy entire cities, and there was just this world-devastating a war that destroyed every major population center, and then left, undead creatures roaming the landscape. And so these wizards are trying to cast a final spell that will break magic forever, which will, turn off all the monsters, stop a cataclysm like that from ever happening again, and then let people, go about their lives without magic. That's the goal. It's a very noble goal. But to do that, we have to defend this town that contains the Mages Circle for several attacks. This next attack is going to come from this direction. And unfortunately, I haven't earned any materials or gold or anything like that yet to try to build up the defenses in this town. I've just got my people. So I haven't played with this particular set of people before. It looks like that apparently you get randomly generated characters at the beginning of each round, because I've never met these folks. So this is Shonda. Let's have a look what she can do. It looks like, okay, so she is a wizard. I've had a wizard before. Or is wizard the official title? Does her class have a name? I'm not actually sure. Let's look at her character sheet. Well, she's a traitor. She's a heavy sleeper, and she's short-sighted. I'm not actually certain if she's got, a class. I just know that she's got, what she has is this magic missile spell, and the Sword of Damocles, which I know is a long-range, magic attack. And she's carrying a wand. So, there we go. So she's my magic user. Let's stick her over here. Now, who's this? This is my archer. She's got, these sort of long-range, many enemy hitting attacks, and so we'll definitely want her out here. And then this is a warrior type. Looks like he's got a warhammer and a shield. And, okay, so the other two, I've seen their abilities before. I don't think I've seen this guy's abilities before. He's got a bash attack, a crush attack, and a stomp attack that costs mana, and he can evade things. Okay, cool. So, we're going to be swarmed by the undead coming in this direction. And so, what I want to do is I'm going to put my archer behind this stuff to protect her. I'm going to keep my wizardy character back there a little bit, keep him a little bit forward, so that he can reach the enemy when they attack, because he's a melee fighter. And I think we're good to go. Let's get this started. Oh, okay. Well, I was a little bit lopsided here. It looks like I've not distributed my people as cleverly as I could have. And you can see a bunch of the enemy is behind this fog. The enemy behind this fog, I can see them coming, but I can't do anything about them. So I'm only worrying about the ones that are in reach right now. And so my goal this turn is to do as much damage to this horde as I possibly can, because there's a lot more behind the fog. And so I can't afford to leave hardly any of them alive. So each of my characters, each turn, they can move a certain number of squares, and you don't have to do it in like discrete moves like in XCOM where you move once and then you move twice and then those are all the moves that you can take. You can eke out your moves in tiny increments. Is just as long as this guy, for instance, can move 8 squares. As long as by the end of the turn you've moved no more than 8 squares. Each character has got a couple of different. So you got your move points down here. You've also got your mana. This is your sort of non-regenerating power fuel. So basically, this is your regenerating power fuel. This is your action points. Your action points, you get them back every single turn. Your mana, you don't. And so that's why your most powerful ability is use action points and mana. So that you have to sort of eke them out carefully. And you have to actually like invest in your economy to be able to recharge your mana between turns. All right, so I haven't really familiarized myself with what this guy is capable of doing. It looks like he can hit. Let's see here. Okay, so he can hit multiple enemies with his uber-powered mana-fueled attack. But his other attacks, I think he just hits one enemy and maybe knocks them back. So the thing I want to do is figure out how I can maximize his damage output. So, like, for instance, I could move him up here and have him just slam these guys, except then he wouldn't be able to back out again. He'd be surrounded. However, I could probably back him out because she's got an ability called Transfer that gives some of her action and move points to another character. So, it wouldn't be that crazy to run him up here, have him do his most devastating attack, to say these guys. Then have him smack the enemies that are still next to him. Now he's out of action points, but then I have my mage deliver him. Oh wait, she needs to get closer in order to make that happen. How much closer? She needs to move 3 to the left and 2 up. Okay, she can do that. 3 to the left, 2 up. Now he'll be in range. So she can transfer some action points to him and some movement points. So now he can at least put a little bit of distance between him and the enemy. It's not gonna fully protect him, but he can do that, and then he'll turn on his evasion ability, which costs an action point, which will protect him from some incoming attacks. Now let's see, what does she have? So she's got her magic missile, which she can use to hit all of these enemies. Notice that there's a different icon, and I'll show you this later too. There's a different icon when an enemy is going to be killed versus if they're only going to be hit. Like this guy, I don't see a skull when I mouse over him, and that means that this attack is not going to kill him. But it was going to kill those other 3 because they were already damaged. Okay, so she's done that attack. That was like one of her most powerful things. She's only got 1 action point left. Let's save it, though. I don't know if I want to use it for damage or if I want to use it for something else. So, okay, here's my archer now. She could hit all 5 of these guys with this magic-fueled attack, and so I think she will. But it's not quite enough. However, she can take out a few more of them using her action points. And then I guess, yeah, we'll use a Sword of Damocles to take out 1 more. And I believe that's all my characters can do. I could move her, I guess I could move her back a little bit just to make sure the enemies don't catch up with her, because she's pretty valuable. And that's it. Let's end the turn. 1 hero didn't move. My archer, I didn't move, but she's protected behind those barricades. I want to keep her there, so that's okay with me. Okay, so Cogs is quoting someone, apparently, has been doing research on this game, and says that basically the characters are not really classes, they just have the weapons that they're equipped with. And so, okay, does that mean that if I wanted to have 2 wizards, I could just give 2 characters wands and they would immediately become wizards? Because if that's true, cool. That's really useful information. Cogs also says that wherever they're getting their information, that wizards are a favorite because they have things like chain lightning spells and stuff, which I have not seen yet because I'm very early in the game. It does seem like maximizing the sheer number of enemies you hit with each attack is a major part of the strategy of this game. Okay, well this guy's first move is obvious. Hit 8 enemies at once. And it looks like he can actually do that twice if he's willing to just completely run himself out of action points. But it might be better instead to move her up a little bit and have her target some enemies. Actually, would it be her or... Let's have a look at this spell. So this spell has got a really interesting, weird configuration of hits. I'm trying to see if, yeah, like that move, for instance, would take out 4 enemies. You're always looking for where you can cast your spells or use your abilities so that it maximizes the sheer number of enemies that get hit by them. This is an expensive ability, and so if I'm not going to hit more enemies than this cheaper ability would hit, then I'm not going to do it. So this one, you'll notice it'll hit... Oh, I can hit 6 enemies with this one. That's the maximum. And notice 2 of the enemies have a skull on their icon, and 4 of them don't. That means I'm going to definitely kill 2 enemies and definitely not kill 4. If there's a question, like if the damage range that you have might kill an enemy or might not, there's a question mark on them. Yeah, so it did exactly what it said it was going to do on the tin. Now let's use her magic missile, which hits... Let's see, it can hit this enemy, that enemy. It doesn't do a ton of damage, so I usually use it to clean up wounded enemies. And then I think I'm going to move him even closer and then use this ability again on this set. Oh, I'm not sure what this... What is this blue splash about? I don't think I've seen that icon before. I don't know what it means. Okay, so this guy's out of action points, but he's not out of moves. Ooh. And these guys are now in a configuration where this move is perfect for taking them all out. Nice. Okay, she's out of action points, so this guy's going to get closer, but he's probably going to attack the barricades. She can sort of Damocles this monster, I guess, a couple of times. And he should retreat. Some distance between him and the enemy. I think everybody's good. It just gets worse and worse, right? Oh, somebody did catch up to him. All right. So, again... Okay, so this will waste too much move. So let's try to take this enemy out. Oh, come on. All right, we'll make this work. Okay, I mostly want to just create a bunch of soft targets so I could use the magic missile again to take him out. Oh, out of range. Okay, let's take a step this direction. Okay, let's hit that guy to get him out of this dude's way, but then also have several other enemies to hit. Okay, so now, in only 4 moves, he can get right here, where his special attack is devastating. He's only got 1 move left. So she could magic missile again. Especially if she moves 2 steps to the left. Nope. And a step forward. There we go. She can wipe out this... Oh, this one. This one. Note that it darkens the area in her attack radius where she can't see the enemy. Kill all those bad guys. Now she's out of action points. She's still got 2 action points left. The question is, should she use them on the guys around her? She probably needs to use it on him, because if he gets into this actual proper city... Really? But this is the one that does enough damage to kill him. So the downside of this power shot attack is that it's got a high chance of missing the enemy. But it does enough damage to kill them in one shot, so it often feels like it's worth the risk. Alright, we've got 1 action point left. Alright, so it makes me vulnerable, but I feel like there's still enough enemies coming. I kind of have to do this. So you'll see, that time when I hovered over that enemy, it was real brief. There was a question mark on them. That meant that it was kind of an open question whether or not my attack was going to kill them. But it did. I was lucky. Okay, so now they're really hurting me. But again, it's less about each individual's personal safety and more about just the sheer amount of damage that they can deal out in a turn. Like, if I move her over, she can hit 6 people with 1 attack. How far over? I didn't actually pay attention. So it looks like I would need to move 2 to the left and 1 up. All right, there we go. All right, and then this attack is going to hit a bunch of people. Okay, that wiped a bunch of people out. That was nice. This guy... It's so funny. They give you these resources that you need to jealously protect. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll avoid using them early on in the game. And then I get into the game, and I'm like, I'm using every single possible thing at my disposal. I can't leave a single thing to chance. Okay, so another magic missile will wipe out most of these guys. This guy's still got 2 action points. She's got none. This guy can't reach these 2, though. But he can reach these. So let's do this. Getting real close here. Okay, let's sort of Damocles the person who is closest to getting into the town. Oh, wait a minute. No, I should have magic missiled again. That was a better move. Oh well, I'm here. Hopefully this enemy will attack me instead of attacking the city. These 2 are probably going after the city. They'll probably induce some panic in the city, which is going to mean that I lose access to some resources. Taking so much damage. Okay, so this guy is causing panic in the city, which is a problem for me. There's this little panic meter. Oh, you can't really see it because it's behind me. There's a panic meter that, as it fills up, it takes away access to my rewards. So I definitely want to be careful about letting folks into this town. And these guys are all dodgy, too, so she's probably not the best person to send after them. But don't have a ton of choice. Looks like... Oh, we lucked out with those guys. Nice. Okay, so she's got this flank taken care of. Let's magic missile the darkness. And him. Oh, dodged. What? Really? Both of yous? Is this all you do is dodge? Finally. That was terrible. So, you know what? Let's transfer this guy. Every time! What the heck? Okay, finally we hit this person. My warrior's kind of in trouble now, though. I kind of expected this character to be gone. He's immediately going to get attacked. This is sucky. And I don't have any, like, health potions or anything. Ugh. Ugly. Okay, well. Seriously, all this thing does is dodge. It's magic missile, the darkness. Finally. And then that one dodges. We're so close. Okay. And can I hit this person? Yep, let's hit him twice. Whew! That was it. Wow. Okay, so now we get into the stuff that happens in between fights. So all my characters have leveled up. Nobody died, though we lost a bunch of hit points. I got a D because of the sheer amount of hit points we lost. So you see, I pilot my rewards based on panic in the city. And it looks like I did okay. So we got some gold, some materials, and a new item. And then I got this stuff called Tainted Essence. And so each time bad things happen, or I fight enemies or whatever, I get this Tainted Essence, which I can spend. After I fail, I can spend it to unlock new stuff. Okay, so tomorrow they're going to attack from that direction. And I've got to figure out a way to heal up my characters and get them into better shape. Okay, so... Oh, it's not just when I die. Okay, so this store was unlocked when I died. But actually, I can come over here in the middle of a game. Okay, cool. So that Tainted Essence that I collected, it's enough to unlock the Armor Maker building. So, cool. I've done that now. All right, so I have got. Well, let's first things first. Let's go down. You can kind of see here at in the upper left that we've got this sort of. They basically made me a checklist of things I need to do to make sure I don't forget what to do. And so I'm just going to start at the top and start leveling up my characters. So here's Birdie. So when you level up, you get a random assortment of different possible upgrades offered to you, and you have to choose which ones. The ones that are highlighted in blue are rare. That means they're more powerful than usual. The ones that are not are the ones that are in brown. Those are less powerful. Okay, so I could raise his health. He is in such bad shape, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to do anything else about it. Raising his health feels pretty important, so I'm going to do that. Cogs wonders if I ever played any text like MUDs or moos or anything. I think I mess around with one or two that were just sort of, I don't know. I messed around with it a little bit when I was a kid, but never really got super into it. That was just kind of wasn't my thing. Daily health regen. Okay, that actually seems valuable too, though I don't think it'll help me this particular day. So let's focus on this guy's health. And then I get to give him a special perk. Martial artist. Upgrades the punch skill, which he doesn't need. Armor is increased. Oh, by your health regen. Okay, yeah, let's increase your armor. We just leveled up his health regeneration. Let's increase his armor by a percentage of that amount. Okay, so there's Birdie. He's all leveled up. Let's look at Anoush. So Anoush Was this my archer? Yes, this is my archer. So we could raise her mana. Or the damage that she does. Oh, this is ranged damage. So we could raise her ranged damage. It won't be by very much. Or we could raise her mana, which will let her use her special abilities more, with more impunity. But she didn't run out this past time, and she was using it a fair amount. So I think even though it's not as advanced, I might still go with her ranged damage. And then, oh, let's raise her accuracy so that the dodgy guys can't get in the way too much. And then as far as her special ability goes, steady aim, as long as you didn't move. Oh, yeah. So she stands still a lot. Let's give her the ability where she has better aim if she stands still. Okay, so that's her. And then let's look at Shonda. Shonda is my wizardy character. I could raise her crit. Let's do that. Why not? I don't know how often people crit, but whatever. Healing received. Or let's do daily health regen on her as well. And then... oh, let's raise her critical chance. So she has more powerful criticals, and she has a higher chance of criticals. It steadily rises over time to make sure she gets them. Okay, cool. So that's leveling up our characters. Let's pick up the reward that we got. So, okay, so we can either get a fancy sword, or... okay, so this wand is better than the one we've got. This sword does more damage than the wand. Let's not compare the swords to the wand. Let's compare it to Birdie's hammer. The sword does less damage than the hammer, but it also does poison damage and extra physical damage. This one gives you plus 10 to health. But yeah, it's less damaging than the hammer. And yeah, I feel like I'm kind of liking his hammer. His accuracy is lower, but I think what we want is probably the wand for Shonda. It does a little bit more damage and an extra critical chance. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now that we've got... so now we can look here. We can grab the wand, give it to Shonda. So now she's got it equipped, so she'll be a little bit more powerful. Other stuff we need to do. So Shonda is... basically completely out of mana. Birdie's doing okay. Anoush is doing okay. I'm not sure why Birdie and Anoush got most of their mana back. I felt like they used at least a bit of it, but yeah, Shonda has none left. So there's something we can do about that, though. We can build new structures. We can build a mana well in town. So if I build this mana well, I can now assign some workers to recharge somebody's mana. So now Shonda's mana is recharged. Unfortunately, I can't... I would need 10 more gold if I want to build a temple to recharge health. And so this guy's health could be in trouble unless... oh, actually, so one other thing that workers can do is they can scavenge for gold. So let's scavenge for some gold. 14 gold? That's not a lot of gold, but it might... oh, but it's just enough. Is there any place that's better for finding gold? Okay, it looks like, yeah, it's probably just going to be 14. Ooh, I can get 21, but it's the last thing my workers do. Let's do it. So my workers scavenge in here for 21 gold. And so now... I think... oh, wait, but no, that was terrible. That was a stupid move. I used all my workers. Now they can't be used for healing. Well, I have one other option, which is a health potion. So let's grab a health potion. Let's sell that. And let's see here. A hammer plus 1. Is that going to be better than the hammer that Birdie's already got? Yes. Okay, so if I spend 25 on a hammer plus 1, I can set him up to succeed. But I might actually Can I use that? Can I use that potion on him right now? I think maybe. Oh, it's only plus 25 health. That doesn't feel like very much. That doesn't feel like very much at all. Well, he might just be in trouble next round. That's fine. It's okay if this is kind of a shorter run because, we are doing it for a stream here. Cloudcraft asks, are the things you can build structures that enemies can attack? Yes. I deliberately placed my mana well pretty far away from the next attack because I didn't want it to get hit. I'm kind of disappointed by how little healing that potion that I grabbed is going to do to him. I mean, he'll take it, but, whatever. So, yeah, so I made a dumb decision. I should have scavenged for less to leave one worker free so that I could heal Birdie. But in case we do survive the next night, I am going to build another structure. So, okay, here's a problem that I have. Can I rotate this building? I don't know. It seems like I should be able to. Like, it's not crazy for me to think that a building with a tetromino shape like this should be rotatable so that I can fit it somewhere in the city more easily. But I have not detected, like, the R key does nothing, the mouse wheel just zooms me in and out. I can't seem to figure out a way to rotate buildings. So it could be that I'm actually expected to play Tetris without rotation with these things. So I'll stick that right there. So next time, anyway, I'm going to have the building that I need in order to, to heal my characters. Now, building defenses. So the main value of defenses is like when enemies encounter defenses, they stop and they spend time destroying the defenses before they move on into the city. And so that can be valuable. And I can put my archers behind them too. So I can put these fences up. I can put a gate here, which means that we can easily get by it. How much more do I have? Yeah, so I can put up a fence right here that enemies will have to bash through if they want to get in. And I can also put a couple of cheap little barricades up to give us sort of an initial line of defense. Like that. I think that's about what we can afford to do. So I think we're ready to end this phase, place our characters, and she goes here. Okay, him on the front lines. I mean, he's got to do damage somehow, but let's see how we feel about that once bad things start happening. Cloudcraft just verified somewhere that, yeah, it seems like you can't rotate these buildings. So see, that guy who attacked that barricade, he probably would have attacked my character that turn if he'd been able to, so. All right, so first things first. Now, I destroyed some of my own barricade there, but it's fine. Okay, so the question is, how can she do the most possible damage? 5 enemies? Is that the most? Nope, 6 enemies is more. And then, what about you, Shonda? Can you hit all these guys with magic missiles? No, you need to move like that. Then you can hit this one, this one, this one, and this one. Dodged. Ah. Okay, you've got 2 more moves left. Let's hit this guy. And then hit both of these guys. Doesn't kill them. That's okay. She can hit a couple. Oh, no line of sight. Well, perfect. And then, can you sort of Damocles this guy? Well, maybe if she scoots over one step. Nope, needs line of sight. Okay, well, in that case, let's share with him. He will use his evasion ability on himself. She will use her armor ability on herself. And he will back the crap up. So he doesn't get swarmed. Okay. So my archer didn't move, which I think is supposed to give her an advantage now. These guys, just there's so many of them. It's crazy. Look, she can hit with every single one of these moves, of these targeting slots or whatever. Just blasting through the mana. Looks like 4 is the maximum she can hit with this one. Okay, she's done everything she can do. I'm trying to figure, what is the best way for him to make a difference here? These guys are kind of a danger, but they're up against my characters that already have the most health, so I'm maybe less worried about them. But keeping this flank protected, limiting the number of enemies that are coming this way, seems worthwhile. Because yeah, if he stands here, he's going to get swarmed, so he's definitely going to need some help from her to move out of here. But I think... Oh, crap. He doesn't have his... that was a dumb move. Okay. So she can now magic missile the darkness. And she definitely wants to share with him so that he can get out of harm's way. Mostly by destroying this guy and then backing up. And then I guess she's going to sort of Damocles him. And then back up. I think this is what we can do. Alright, here we go. Ah! This is so ridiculous. So this game is just about the feeling of just the audacity of thinking you can win this. It's just the worst. Oh, okay, so we're definitely... It's like I can't not do this move. If it's possible to hit that many enemies, I can't turn it down, you know? I want her not to move, ideally. Because she does her best work when she's not moving. But that means she's gonna have trouble with these guys. I love the soundtrack, by the way. It's so ridiculous. So, okay. I think I am going to move her, because I can't think of a better way of dealing with these guys than to use this guy's two-hitter ability. Maybe combined with her... So 2 to the right? Combined with her magic missile to sort of clean up the mess. Oh, these dodgy guys are infuriating. Okay. So he can do this. And he can do this. No! Can we afford another magic missile? I think we probably can. Can we hit everybody? No, let's move back over here. And magic missile this one, this one, this one, and I don't know, this one. And so now she's out of action points. He's got one left, which I think he can only use to evade. She's got none left. So we'll end the turn. Look how many more enemies there still are. And they can still just... some of these enemies can close the entire distance from the fog and hit me. Okay, so... I think it's time to retreat behind our defenses. So she's going to go back here. See how many enemies she can hit with this ability. Is 4 the max right now? Oh, I can hit my own friend. That's, you know, a thing, I guess. I'll worry about her in a second. I'm trying to think, what is the maximum? I think from here, I can hit the maximum number of enemies with that ability. And then let's hit this guy. Really? Really? Thank you. And then scooch on out of there. All right, and you. So definitely gonna magic missile these guys. I've only got one more magic missile left in me this battle. So I'm gonna save it. Let's kill this little, well, okay, let's not kill him, I guess. The little fast guys are scary. Oh, so Cloudcraft wants to know what the limitations on actions per turn are. So I went over this at the very beginning, but basically you've got action points, which recharge every single round. Then you've got mana points, which don't recharge without help. And so your most powerful abilities cost mana, and you can only do a certain number of them per battle. And you have to like use your resources in the town to recharge in between. Whereas your action points, you get them back every single time. So all the characters start with 4 action points, and they've got somewhere around a dozen mana if you can keep it charged up. Okay, so she's got 1 action point left. So I guess, I mean, it feels lame to use it on such a small amount of health. So yeah, I think I'm going to let this guy do whatever damage he's going to do. I'll use it on him. And then retreat behind the wall. All right. So now they at least won't hit me this turn. But they are going to start tearing down my defenses. Oh, Cloudcraft, yes. Movement is also completely separate. So we got these 3 action pools. My action points, my mana, and my movement. And they're all different they're all separate from each other. Okay, so let's use this ability. Lining up this ability is a fascinating puzzle. It's 4 enemies, so 5 enemies is the most I can do with this. So let's hit them. And then 5 enemies is probably the most I can hit with this one too. Did not do as much damage as I wanted to, and she is almost completely out of mana. She can do 1 more of that last attack, and that's it. Okay, so if he leaves to go and fight these guys... Oh, no, if he... Okay, yeah, he can make it back in. Okay, cool. So I'm going to have him step outside, do his big, powerful attack to hit that set. And then he's going to need to come back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't move 5. So I think he can just hit 1 more guy on his way back inside. Let's leave him out there for just a second. Magic missile these folks. Yeah, her mana is gone. She can no longer magic missile. She had a chance of killing that guy, but did not. Let's do it again. All right, you come inside, and I guess use your dodgy ability in case someone manages to attack you, and end turn. They're just annihilating my walls already. Look at this nonsense. Okay, so unfortunately, again, like, my inability to rotate stuff can be frustrating. I could get 5 enemies if I could rotate the impact zone of this attack, but I can't. Is it more important for me to get the 3 that are close? These guys are going to be up against the wall next turn anyway, so I might as well just hit more of them if I can. I no longer have Magic Missile. To clean up messes like that. So again, if he could move out 4 steps to deal with them. Actually, wait, Then he'd be stuck out there with them. Am I willing to risk his life? Wait, no. Wait, no. Shonda can get him back inside. And he's got, like, one of the only area effect attacks left on my team. So I feel like he is required to use it. Let's hit this guy. Okay, that's as far as he can move on his own. But Shonda can give him another... He gets another action point and some more movement. It wasn't quite enough movement to get him inside, though. He'll have to stand in the gate. And the question is getting him all the way inside more valuable than the damage that Shonda could do? Okay, good. She took him down. Okay, yes. I think getting him inside is more valuable than the damage that she could do. I think she's out of damage to do. She's still got some transfer left. So we'll hit him with it again. Get him back inside. Evade, just because it's the only thing he can do with that remaining action point, and we're good. Hey there, Red Fighter. Okay, 3 left. They have not broken the walls. I'm hitting him with her less dodgy attack. And let's send him outside. Hit both of these guys. Hit him twice. Is that it? Yes! That's it. Nice. Okay. Okay, so we only lost 40 hit points now. Now we got an S score, which is really good. We did pretty well. And the city is paying us for protecting them. So there was no point where any enemies got inside the city, or anywhere close. So we did really well. We got a bunch of this essence stuff. And now they're attacking from 2 angles. This is where I died last time. And I just don't even know how it's supposed to be possible to survive this. I only have 3 warriors. Like, I've got no idea what I'm supposed to do here. So, let's use our workers. Because I would be debating over whether we want to use our workers to, because we only have 4, use our workers to make more long-term improvements to the town. But because I have no expectation that I'll be able to survive the next round, I'm just not even worrying about it. Let's see here. So I can spend some money upgrading this house, which means I'll get another worker. Does it immediately increase my workers? So, yeah, okay, so I immediately have another worker since I've upgraded this house. So that's good. Feel like I can do something with that. Let's find a small, like this well here. Let's get some more gold out of this well. All right, so we've still got some gold available. Let's buy some gear. Actually, let's not buy gear until we have collected our rewards. So first off, let's spend some tainted essence. Cloudcraft says there's no way to get more fighters right now, is there? Not that I can have ever seen. So I've only played this a couple of times. I don't really know if it's possible to get more soldiers. Yeah, I certainly haven't been clearly shown how to do that. So I've got just over 1,000. Ooh, heroes are generated with 1 extra action point if I can save up to 1,200. That's pretty good. I can also unlock these armor sets. Looks like I can't do this one yet. Dang, if I had 1,200, I would immediately grab this. So I'm pretty sure that these favors that I'm unlocking are... I think that once I unlock them, they're unlocked forever, even for future playthroughs. And so, for instance, this one, permanently upgrading the action points of my characters, that feels like suddenly all of my guys are going to be more effective. So that's cool. So I think, you know what? I'm pretty sure I retain this currency over time. I don't think I have to spend it right now. So I think I am going to retain it. And I'm going to try to save up for that. That might be a bad decision. I might be misunderstanding how the system works. And I might be doing something bad. But, okay, so let's just keep raising this guy's health. He definitely needs it. So propagation damage. So he doesn't have any propagation abilities. So that will not be useful to me. Increases the minimum damage of an attack. Daily health regen sounds valuable long term if I believed in such a thing as long term. Let's go with health regen. And then... oh, getting more tainted essence. Or a stun chance. Since one of my main goals right now is to collect as much tainted essence as I can, let's just give him the tainted essence ability. Okay, so, and then Anoush. Let's level her up. So she is my mage, and so getting her more magic damage does seem valuable. Wait, no, she's not my mage. Sorry, I got her confused with Shonda. She is okay. Let's give her some health then, just because it's a big one. Damage. That multiply the damage of every attack. Sure. And then giving her a stun chance seems worthwhile. She hits so many enemies, she could really slow the troops down that way. And then let's look at Shonda. Shonda is my mage. So yeah, we could increase her maximum mana. That seems really valuable. Though I guess I should have done that before filling up her mana. So I think the reason they give you a checklist on the left side of the screen, is because if you do it, because that's the smartest order to do things in. The fact that I recharged everyone's mana first, then leveled up their mana, was a bad decision. So momentum is a feature that certain attacks have. That means that they do more damage after you've moved. She doesn't have any of those attacks, though, so I'm not going to give her that. I think I was emphasizing criticals with her, though, so let's raise critical power. And then... extra armor when she's got her back to the wall. It seems like that actually might be relevant to her a lot. Yeah, let's do extra armor with her back to the wall. Okay, so that's all my... stuff. Let's see what my prize was. Ooh, a red hand crossbow. Let's see how this compares to what Anoush already has. Less damage and just completely different attacks. Unfortunately, I can't really explore those in depth. So multi-hits times 2. Wait, does that mean that she'll shoot twice every time? Huh. But yeah, so the abilities that I've gotten used to her having. Well, you know what? I think... since this is free anyway, I might as well just grab it and then look at it in more detail. So let's... all right, let's see. So if I slot this where the crossbow was, where the bow was, oh, it only fills one of her hands. Oh, interesting. Okay, so now got a quick shot, which does not do as much damage as a short bow. Slow death, which poisons people. Weak spot, which does armor piercing damage. Blaze, which propagates. Oh, and this thing hits twice. But does that mean that it's a 44 to 56 each hit? Like is that each of the 2 hits? Blaze is big. I don't know what kind of pattern it has, though. But it's got propagation to it. So it spreads from enemy to enemy, I guess. You know what? I'm not expecting to win this time anyway. So let's try out this new weapon just for fun. All right, what else can we do? Do we want to build some new structures or just buy some new gear? Let's lean harder into better gear. Tome of Secrets. Oh, so this is a magic weapon that Shonda might want to use. Does less damage than her wand, but it just has completely different powers. And gives extra mana. Okay, good. I just realized Shonda's mana went up and it stayed full. That's nice to see. Okay. You know what? I think I'm also going to grab this just because I want to see more variety. I'm not expecting to win this time around. And so I just want to see what else can go on here. What I'm missing. Okay, so we could give him some magic pants. Or we could put a helmet on Anoush that would increase her poison damage. Poison damage seems like something you'd want to use against bigger enemies, though, which we haven't seen yet. Well, let's do it anyway, just see what poison is like. Okay, so I think we've spent all of that stuff. Let's equip our people. So Anoush gets this hat. And Shonda gets this new weapon, which gives her a completely different set of attacks, including a fireball, a lightning strike that propagates. Okay, this seems okay. Let's quickly sell our old wand. I don't think that gives us the ability to buy anything interesting. And then, okay. Now we need to build defenses. The problem is, enemies, it's not like enemies are going to attack from one direction and then another direction or something, so I can like defend these in sequence. They're going to be attacking both simultaneously. So one thing I could do is shore up my defenses here the most and say this is where I'm going to put the fewest heroes. And then... oh. Okay, fine, whatever. And put much more limited defenses here. And that's where I'm going to put 2 heroes. And I think that's all I can do. So let's get ready to completely die. Okay, so last time my most damaging character was my archer. I don't know if that's true anymore. But the mage and the hammer guy They are the most, they're a nice complement for each other. Except, oh wait, but not anymore. She's got Fireball now. And a bunch of mana. And she's got Lightning Strikes. You know what? I'm going to guess, and I could be wrong about this, I'm going to guess that our magic user is now the more powerful solo character. And that these two are going to need to back each other up. I'm just going to guess that that's true. Okay, let's try that. You know, we're just experimenting at this point. I'm not really expecting to succeed. Oh, hi. Okay, so let's see. What? So let's say I cast lightning at somebody. It's certainly not claiming that it's doing anything cool here. What about... Okay, so Fireball hits a plus-shaped group. It seems like so far it's not really necessary to use some of these abilities. So I'm just gonna... I'm gonna Shadow Bolt these people. Just butter them up for the future. And then, now this guy's still got his classic old attacks, but it's a limit to how many enemies he can hit with it. We'll do it anyway. Let's see. Okay, so she gets to fire 2 discrete shots. Okay. Nice. All right. That works. Meanwhile... Smash. Smash. And it looks like the enemies are real close to the edge here, so might be worth me backing up a little bit more. And then, I guess using some defensive abilities, because I can't target anyone else. Well, this guy doesn't have any, but whatever. Available to him right this minute. Okay, let's see what happens next. Yep, nothing to be done. They're just already at the gates. Okay, so... Okay, so my guy can come all the way over here if he wants to. It exposes him to a lot of danger, but he can hit so many enemies. Twice. Worth it. Okay, so this is a fire ability that has propagation. So let's see how it propagates. Okay, so it hit 1 nearby enemy. Okay, they're kind of doing all right over there. She's in a little bit of trouble. Okay, Fireball sounds good and all. Does it have propagation too? Looks like it doesn't. Lightning Bolt has propagation. So I don't know. Okay, so times 9. So let's see what happens if I fire this at this person. Okay, so it hits a bunch of nearby people, but it costs a bunch of mana too. Okay, so that's all I can do. Yeah, I'm not going to be great soloing this area, but it looks like there's not a lot of enemies coming from this side. So if we've wiped these enemies out, which seems unlikely, I can start charging over here with my other dudes. Actually, let's just do that. Let's get a little closer with her, just because we want to hedge against the possibility of there being a problem. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, so Cloudcraft is suggesting maybe you should try to focus down the enemies on one side. So that's the problem. So if enemies attack this central thing, which it does not take them long to get to, I'm in huge trouble. And they can also cause a lot of panic inside the city just by getting in. So if I leave one side unmanned for a while I'm working on the other, they both spawn at the same rate. And the one that I left alone is just going to come right in and do a bunch of damage. So I've got to at least try to hold them back. Oh, that's it? Okay, fine. Okay, so he's in a little bit of trouble over here, but it feels like there's more trouble over here. So, now what was this weakening touch? It debuffs a bunch of enemies. Doesn't cost mana, but it doesn't seem like it's what I need right now. Let's try lightninging these guys. That wiped out a fair number of them. I could hit my own wall. Looks like Fireball. It's not going to hit enough enemies to feel like it's worthwhile. But these individual attacks, it's not going to... I'll take out a couple of enemies, but, not going to be great. These two are causing panic. I definitely want to get rid of them. Okay, I've got one action left. So I could do some armor-piercing damage. I could do some poison. We can find out how poison works. Let's use poison on, an armored guy. Oh, wait. Let's use poison on a large guy, just to see. Okay, we'll find out if that was worth it. It probably wasn't. That's my guess. Wait, 2 action points remaining. Who's got action points? Oh, you've still got action points. Aha, right, because I never fired your fireball. I guess we'll do this? Didn't seem extremely valuable, but neither did any of the alternatives, so... So if I stand here, enemies will have to stop at me before getting into the city. But I think even just them standing in this spot will count as entering the city and causing panic. Well, we'll see how it goes. I certainly don't want them to get any deeper like that guy did. I love that they attack the walls all at once. Okay. Well, clearly we need some lightning. Okay, I wasn't sure how that was going to work. Yeah. And she's out of mana. Wow, because I forgot these abilities, they blast through mana so fast. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, let's... Okay, so the guy I poisoned definitely does not seem worth it. Definitely going to shoot the guys that are inside. Really? Really 1 hit point? Okay, let's... Oh. And this guy... Oh, crap. Okay, I didn't do enough damage. I definitely want to hit the guys that are causing panic. But, okay, it looks like the panic is already rising inside the city. So, okay, I was wondering if, like, if I could prevent panic by killing all the enemies that had exclamation points on them. But it looks like maybe they do their damage to the panic early enough that it doesn't matter. Oh, I don't have line of sight? Okay, let's see here. Guess we'll come over here and use our last action point. Actually, let's try out an armor-piercing shot. Nice! Okay, so that just completely subverted that guy's armor. That was cool. Good to learn something right before getting everyone killed. Good morning, the tank. Ah, no, they're totally gonna murder that guy. Just completely destroying the walls now. Okay, so I think she's got 1 more lightning blast left in her. We've got a bunch of enemies here that are wounded. So let's use this. Yeah, wait, lightning. Let's use lightning to good effect. Really? Feels like it didn't hurt any of the enemies that were already hurt. And did I just hurt my friend? I can't even tell. So we'll use this blaze attack. Oh, that's more powerful than I realized. I just had never fired it at a crowd big enough to register it. Okay, so this guy... At least he can hit a lot of enemies. Yeah, like, I feel like he has to just hit as many enemies as he can. Like, that's his only move. Oh, wait. Yeah, you know what? He's just gonna... I don't think I have any hope right now. So I'm just gonna do as much damage as I can on my way out, but I'm expecting this guy to be in trouble. Actually, oh, wait, can I just... Oh, good. Using a potion doesn't cost an action point. Okay, so he has a marginally higher chance of survival, though not by much. What do we have left? Each of you can do 2 attacks. I guess we'll just take out what enemies we can, who might have attacked us otherwise. And try to escape deeper into the city. Don't kill me! Similarly... Oh. Alright, yeah, that extra action point would definitely put these guys in better shape. So let's just move back so they're less likely to hit me this next turn, or at least not with as many guys. This guy's probably screwed. Let's just see how it goes. Oh, only 1 enemy ended up next to him, because he stunned so many of them. That's why. But we've got an enemy right up against the well, or whatever, right up against this dealie, whatever it is. Oh, and he's attacking the house. No, don't take my workers away. Okay. Miraculously, this guy is still standing. Still stunning fools. Come on, really? That guy did not take damage? Fine, whatever. They're all gonna murder him next turn. Okay, right there. Only one enemy can attack me next turn. I feel like we might be starting to see the end of this. Let's definitely use some blaze, now that we know the blaze is more effective than I originally thought. Wow, that is much more effective than I thought it was originally when I was firing at sort of sparser enemies and not seeing the value of that propagation. Okay, we are out of mana over on this side. But we can start trying to take these guys down. Yeah, it's not the most effective attack in the world. But at least these tight alleyways, there's a limit to how many enemies can hit me at the same time. Ugh, really? Okay, fine. Okay, is that everybody's action points? I believe it is. Alright, and turn. Okay, I gotta say, I am doing better this time around than I did my first round. And I don't think I actually got enough upgrades. Enough, like, long-term... Oh, crap, that guy's still attacking over here. I didn't realize that. Okay. I'm going to kind of waste this attack a little bit, just to do some damage before I leave. But I definitely have to make sure I've got enough action points to reliably kill the guy. I forgot he was there. So he's been doing damage to the last spell. Yeah, it's at 79 out of 100. So, crap. That wasn't good. Alright, let's set these folks ablaze. So let's try to hit people that have the maximum number of other people next to them. That wasn't super effective. Alright, and then you. What are you gonna do? She's faced by this huge guy. Let's try weakening. Let's back up a step and try weakening this guy. I don't know what that does necessarily. And I don't know if I'm able to feel the difference, but he's weakened now. Is that everything I can do? I think that's everything I can do. Wait, this guy's got one action point left. Let's evade. And end the turn. So it's weird. I feel tantalizingly hopeful that I might actually be able to pull this off, but it's getting ugly. I also easily might not. Okay. This person's in trouble. Let's figure out what is the best. Who are the best people to hit with this ability? This guy would probably propagate to that guy. These folks would all propagate to each other. Let's go after these two. Okay, good. I thought that might be a bad move, but it seems okay. Let's armor pierce this guy. And then hit them. Oh, that wasn't as useful as I wanted it to be. And so now we've got you. What are you gonna do? The enemies are kind of bottlenecked here. behind this guy, and he hasn't killed me yet. So I think that means I should kill the guys behind him. Because I think he's got a lot of health. It's going to take me a while to kill him. So, all right. Then as far as this guy goes, he's not looking great. Okay, he can't get to another enemy, so we're going to use his last action point to evade and limit access to himself. Does she still want to keep facing off against this guy? I mean, we want to protect the mana pool, right? Let's hide her back here so she's less likely to get hit. And end the turn. Whoa. We might actually survive this night. It's crazy. Ah! I mean, not happily. Oh, was that... I think that might have... No, wait, no. This is my... Oh, for a second I thought that was my temple that went, but this is my temple. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're out of mana for blazes. Can't blaze anymore. So I guess... we'll do what we can with the enemies we've got here. Let's poison the ones that are hard to kill. And then... oh, I thought I could take that guy completely out. Alright. Well, she can finish the job. Oh. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was going to affect his armor or not, because it's magical. Let's definitely enhance her armor. All she has to do is flee. Let's see what this guy can get done. So this guy doesn't seem like much of a threat. I'll take this guy down. And then, oh, actually, I guess this is all I can do. I can't reach anyone else, so might as well take him out. Okay, so we're tantalizingly close here. I've been playing this for a long time, so we better be close. She's got one more attack. Let's just take a step back and use it on the guy without the armor. Okay, so the poison should take him out next turn. And then let's move her up here. Keep her safe. She's got the lowest health, at least on this side of the field. These guys over here are going to be a problem. They're just going to be hard to get to. Yeah, so might as well... dodged? You know what? Ugh. Let's let the poison take care of him. Walk over here. Poison. And come over here. Hey, you. All he can do is run, and I guess evade. She might be able to get into range of one of these guys, but they're out of her line of sight, so no. So she'll armor up. I think that's all we can do this turn. Yep, 7 action points remaining. So the poison guys die. So poison is actually pretty effective. However, you'll notice my panic meter is completely full. I'm getting no rewards this time. Okay, we actually survived. I did not survive the third night last time. So that actually kind of gives me some hope that it's possible to do better than I originally did. Okay, so we did get golden materials, but we did not get the item. Okay, so we still do get golden materials. It's just the item that gets held back. So I got a D. Okay, so next turn, we're going to get attacked from these angles, and we're screwed. We're just absolutely screwed. And unfortunately, I've been doing this for long enough. I feel like I need to end this session. Just because who wants to watch a video that's any longer than this? So, you know what? Let's do that. Let's save my ultimate defeat for a future video, and let's cut this one off. So if you're watching me live, we're gonna keep playing the last spell, but I want to just wrap it up so that folks who are watching me on YouTube can, you know, move on with their lives if they want to. You can subscribe to my channel. There's other video links. Go for it.